Hello everybody, this is Nick speaking. Welcome to a Minecraft Redstone tutorial. Today we are building the compact sugarcane farm, which as you can see here is a sugarcane farm designed to basically reduce server lag and help a little bit with the whole premise of basically making sure that your piston farms, such as sugarcane, do not lag out a server and allow you to still automatically harvest sugarcane using the new observer blocks in Minecraft 1.11. So, I'm sure you can probably tell pretty easily how this design works. There's not really too much here to go off of, and basically all it does is really give you sugarcane. So, one little flaw with this design does have to do with the piston translocation bug, in which your pistons, the area where the sugarcane is going to end up, will end up behind sometimes and in front of sometimes. So that's why we have this hopper chain around the back here along with this glass because of that piston translocation. If that did not exist, all that would be needed is the front part here. But right now, this is basically the best we can do, and it is a not very large area for one of these cells. And surprisingly, these cells are tileable, so each one operates independently of the one next to it, which is how it helps to reduce server lag. So I figure it's probably a good idea to actually try to build this. So as you can see, I do have the supplies down here in the hotbar. We need 2 pistons, 3 observers, 3 blocks that can conduct redstone, your sugarcane, obviously, a water source, sand, light gray stained glass, 19 of them, or any block of your choice. Doesn't necessarily need to be light gray stained glass. I'm just using that because it's easier to see for demonstration purposes. 2 hoppers, a hopper with a minecart and a rail to be able to place it, along with some extra blocks that you'll need to basically be able to build this contraption. So, first of all, to start off, you need to basically figure out where your floor is, and this design only goes 5 tiles, so basically I'm going to decide my floor is here at this height, so we need to go 1 above the floor, and then we're going to place piston and piston, both facing outwards towards the floor area you've decided. Then we're going to place a block here behind the top piston, an observer facing into that block, a block on top of that observer, an observer facing into that block, a block in front of that, and another observer. So that's basically the mechanism that is going to break the sugarcane. So now all we need to do is get the rest of this in. So I'm going to break these blocks here temporarily. Our hopper line, which is going to basically be our output for this, we'll need to stretch along here. Really, this is the only one for this design itself, for the actual cell, which you can then tile back and forth. So I'm doing this as far as to make the tileable cell. Then we'll need our rail here, put the hopper on, minecart with hopper on top of it, break the rail. That puts our minecart in the correct spot, place the sand on top of it, block in front of it, block off to both sides, just to make sure we don't really get it moving around. Break these blocks, 2 blocks back here. This one too, if you don't want that design there. Blocks back here, blocks around the bottom, and a block off to each side here, which will more or less allow us to put our water source here, then sugarcane on top of here, and then all you need to do is fill in this area going up to the top, fill in this little hole, and fill this area going up to the top, and then we have the rest of our hoppers here, which basically go and take all the water, or not the water, the sugarcane out of the farm. And then you will need a block here and a block here. So these side parts I'm not technically including in the design because they are just kind of side parts with 4 hoppers going from back to front, so we can collect stuff that does fall off to the sides. And I would also recommend placing our minecarts on both sides here as well, just so we can make sure to collect that sugarcane, because if not, it does end up flying all over the place, and some of it does not get collected into this area. Then all you need to do is basically fill up the rest of this, and I go all the way up to the top of here where the top observer is, so that is kind of our limit as to the top of the farm, and then just kind of fill in the rest of this area around the outside of it with the block of your choice, and that's basically all there is to it. Not very hard to get this farm going, and does end up working pretty well. So we'll more or less get that in, and with the actual ones on the side here, I mean, it's not really necessary if you don't have the resources to do it, but it does help to make sure we are collecting all the sugarcane from this farm because of the translocation bug. So yeah, basically just fill the rest of this in, and there we go. This is the entire farm built, and yeah, we'll just put blocks there as well. And yeah, basically what I can do then is this is going to be the elevation of the floor, and there you go. You have your sugarcane farm you can walk right by. You don't really need to see too much of it. The glass is only here for demonstration as well. So yeah, I think that is basically the design. All right, so a few quick notes before we leave. This design, as I showed in the beginning here, is a one-wide tileable design, which means each one of these farms independently operates from one another, and the resources I showed are literally to build one column of this farm. So if you want to build 500 of them, build 500 of them. You can build them all next one another, stretch out as far as you want, and it will activate as per the growth. And basically, it also can face in any direction, which means, well, I built my design here with the front east, over there front west. However, it can also face north or south with no problem, and it does not matter on direction. So basically, I think that's going to do it for this redstone tutorial then. There will be a link to a world download down below if you want to go view this design for yourself and see what's actually going on with it. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to let me know by leaving a like down below or leaving some comments. Maybe I forgot something that would make this design work even better. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!